Hi guys, today I'd like to share with you the second step of my prepping haul. You see me showing you all of the things that I buy. They're all organized on my kitchen table, and I show you everything. But today I thought I would show you what I actually have planned for all that stuff. You don't just go to the grocery store and buy up hundreds of dollars worth of groceries, fill your car up, and then come home and do a grocery haul. You need a purpose for all that stuff you buy. So how I do that is I write out a menu of foods, meals that I think my family would enjoy in a prepping situation, because we won't be cooking normal menus, I'm assuming. The times that we've been without electricity because of ice storms or tornadoes or things like that, I can't cook my normal food. So that's why we buy groceries and we stock up in our prepping stockpile. So before I get started, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you like my video today, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from everyone. I want your ideas. I want you to share things with me as well. I'm here to encourage you, but I also would love to hear from people as well, because I don't know everything, and I love to get ideas from other people. I like to share ideas and things like that. So go ahead and do that for me, and that would be great. Okay, so let's get started. I have a few items on the table. I didn't get everything out because it's a lot, but I thought I'll just give you all a few ideas for your prepping menu, and then I might do another video later with some more ideas. One of our favorites that I chose today is I make what I call a chicken stuffing casserole, and you prepare a box of chicken and stuffing. And then I would take 1 can of chicken, drain the juice off, and add the chicken to the stuffing. And then add a can of cream of mushroom. Cream of chicken soup is my preferred cream soup in this recipe, but cream of mushroom soup works just as well. Add that in, stir it all up, and put it in a casserole and bake it for 350, well, on 350 for about 20-25 minutes, just till everything gets heated through. It's good served with a can of green beans or canned peas, and there's a nice balanced meal for your family that is not a lot of trouble to prepare. Something else you can do with your canned chicken from your pantry, you could make chicken patties. Open up a can or two, or however big your family is, drain the juice off of the chicken and put it in a bowl. Crack an egg in there. Use breadcrumbs or cracker crumbs, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and mix that all up into consistency where you can pat them out into patties and fry them in a skillet. These would be good. Chicken patties would be good with macaroni and cheese, peas, on a sandwich, different things you could do like that. Another thing I do with my canned chicken would be to go along with my rice. I wanted to talk about that too. A lot of the prepping videos and a lot of the things I read, a lot of people are encouraged to stock up on rice and beans, rice and beans, rice and beans. And that's great because they're easy to store. They last a long time. They last forever. But here's the thing. You need to have a plan. You need to include this in your menu. You need to think about how you can make that rice so that your family will enjoy it and want to eat it for their meal. One of my recipes I have in my prepping notebook is cook the rice for a family of 4, 2 cups of raw rice, 4 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of salt. You cook that covered until the water evaporates, the rice is done. So you take your rice, add some chicken to it, add some either Rotel tomatoes or paste picante sauce, a can of black beans, and if you have it, put all that in a casserole, and if you have shredded cheese, some shredded cheese on top makes a really good casserole that I think your family would really like. Another thing you could do with the canned chicken is put it in a bowl, mix with mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, onion powder, salt, pepper, a hard-boiled egg if you have eggs on hand, relish if you happen to have that. You can make chicken salad. Lots of things to do with these canned meats. Okay, so here's a meal that I keep on hand. Spaghetti sauce and spaghetti. Very easy, very non-expensive, stores very well on the shelves. So that's a great one. Here's another one. I like to keep beef stew. In my prepper pantry, I will buy a case. I think there's 12 cans in a case of beef stew. And I will serve that with, I have my cornbread mix in a Ziploc baggie to protect it from, I don't know, just if there would happen to be insects or something. I've always heard that like moths or something like that. So I've never had a problem with my pantry, but I keep everything in airtight so that nothing can bother it, okay? So beef stew and cornbread is a good meal. Beef stew is also good over rice. So that's a good idea there too. A nice balanced meal. Let me see here. Oh, tuna. I have lots of tuna in my pantry, and I would use that for making tuna cakes. Same way with the chicken patty. You would, crack an egg in your bowl, breadcrumbs or cracker crumbs, salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and pat those out and fry them. And there you have tuna patties. That's great with mac and cheese. A can of peas. You could do tuna salad, tuna patties. Oh, I also have tuna helper. So lots of things to do with tuna as well. I always keep on hand the ingredients for chili. My family loves chili, and especially in the winter time. So normally I have a pound of hamburger that I would put in with a pot of chili. If you don't have a hamburger, that's fine. Just put in extra beans because beans are also protein. Let me start with my beans. I would put a couple of cans of chili beans. I would put black beans, chili ready tomatoes, and I love tomato juice, of course, in chili, but crushed tomatoes also makes good chili. You can put the crushed tomatoes in and it would be a thick chili base, or you could add water with your crushed tomatoes and it would be more like the texture of the consistency of the juice. So that's also a good meal, and we love chili over rice. That would make your chili go farther, and that would incorporate some rice into your diet as well. I also have beef on my shelves. The canned beef would be great to use. You could make a beef gravy with beef broth and serve that over rice, and it would be very tasty. You could mix this with canned peas and carrots, potatoes, put that in a pie crust for a beef pot pie. You could mix this with peas and carrots and potatoes and some beef broth and have beef stew, which is also good over rice. I just showed you with my canned beef stew. I also have lots of side dishes that I have on my shelves. Maybe I need to get those out someday, but here's one, the Knorr products, Knorr. I like the Spanish rice. You could get tortillas, and I have canned refried beans that I keep in my stockpile, and you could make burritos with the refried beans, the Spanish rice, roll them up in a tortilla. That would be great. I think that's all the meals ideas that I have with me today. I also brought peanut butter. Peanut butter is a great protein. Kids love peanut butter. That would be something very handy to have. And the infamous Spam. Not my favorite food, but it does store forever on your shelves. It is a source of protein, And it's something that would be great to have on your prepper pantry shelves. Unless your family hates it, don't buy it. Don't spend money on food that your family doesn't like, because they won't eat it and it will go to waste. That's the main thing to keep in your mind when you're designing your prepper pantry and when you're buying all of your food for prepping is, or even any of your groceries, of course, is buy things that your family will eat so that your food doesn't go to waste. That's very important. Just because we're prepping for uncertain times, unpleasant times, doesn't mean that our food has to be disgusting. You know, we can make tasty things for our family even in hard times, and I think we should keep that in mind. And here's something I have on my shelf, not food, not meal related, but very important, I feel like, to my prepper pantry. I want to get another one of these. It's a Survivor Seed Vault I bought at mypatriotsupply.com. I think I paid $19.99 for this, and it is full of all kinds of seeds, and there it tells the seed and what its use is, how many, it tells all kinds of information just on this can, and it will stay good for 5+ years at room temperature and even longer in a refrigerator. So this would be a very important thing to think about for your food supply. And that brings me to another point, because this is all about, this would be growing our own food for survival, and that would be wonderful. But this year my garden failed and my neighbor's garden failed, and I've heard other people say I haven't got much of anything out of my garden this year. So what if that does happen? You need to be prepared with canned goods from the store. You can prepare for your family. You can prepare without a garden. It's wonderful to be independent and grow our own food. That's my desire, but it doesn't always happen like we think we want it to. So just be prepared the best way that you can by stocking up on the canned goods. Be sure, my first advice to a new prepping family would be to buy a notebook, to designate just that notebook for prepping. And in that notebook there, you could write your menus of meals that you think your family would like during a hard time like that. And then off of those menus, then you make grocery lists. And off of those grocery lists, you will that's how you'll get your stockpile. That's how you know what to buy when you go to the store. And then you keep an inventory of that, so you know how much you have of everything, so you know how many meals you have for your family. And that's all very helpful, and I would encourage you to do that. One more thing I would like to say is that it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter your circumstances, you can always prepare an emergency stockpile. If you live in an apartment, no matter where. I've seen the videos on YouTube of the ladies that have the huge basement with all of the nice shelves that's been built, and they're just full of everything. I don't have that. I live in a small house. I do not have a basement. I do not have all of the shelves. I've made do with where I live, and that's what I would encourage. No matter where you live, make do. Make yourself a place. You can store canned goods under a bed, in a closet. You could store your food anywhere that you have an extra space. Right now I have a spare bedroom in my house, and that closet is my prepper pantry. And I bought a big, tall shelving unit at Lowe's for like $29.99. It's plastic, but it's very sturdy. And I've got a lot of my things on there. I laugh and call that bedroom my grocery store. But and if I get it organized well, I might show it to you. But right now, it's just a disaster. I've got so many things going on in that bedroom, it's not even funny. But encourage you to start where you are and start preparing, because we're living in uncertain times, and this is just a good time to look ahead and think about things that your family might need in an uncertain time. I hope this has been an encouragement for you. Hope it hasn't been boring or anything like that, but I enjoy sharing. I enjoy being an encouragement, and that's what I would like to do for you today. So leave me a comment with questions or ideas that you might have. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.